What is going on, my fellow Madden Ragers? It's your boy Buck here, and we are doing our first ever Madden YouTube video. For my first video, I'd like to run through my Buccaneer theme team, and for all you other Buccaneer fans out there, or maybe just people who are interested in possibly making a Buccaneer theme team. Now, one of the main reasons I also like this, besides they're my team, of course, the only other really Madden 20 Buccaneer theme team that I've seen out there is MTG, and I appreciate MTG, and he's a great YouTuber. You should definitely check him out. But as for my team, when we get into our offensive line here, we have Ellie Marpet as our right guard, because the right guards they give us really can't do much, to be honest with you. And when we can get that Logan, I want to say Matkins it is, we can use him as a real left guard, and then we get Donovan Smith as our left tackle, who is absolutely awful. I mean, in 86 in April as a left tackle, I mean, I'm not saying he really deserves anything higher as far as how he plays on the field, but it's what EA gave us. And then we have our DeMar Dotson as our right tackle, and I mean, I was hoping for a 97 since he did get that 97 color smash last year, but we had to settle with the 91. Got the Dallas Clark. We did start off the year with a Ryan Shazier, but we had to switch to Dallas Clark because we went to a Buccaneer theme team. As far as our receivers, they're pretty good. I'd say they're top tier. We have Chris Godwin as number 1, Mike Evans as number 2, D-Jax is 3, and then Tom the Goat Brady at quarterback, and that's me just staring at Jameis and thinking I am so happy he is not going to be throwing 30 interceptions this year, because if he was smart, he would stay back and learn from Brady this year instead of thinking that he can go win a Super Bowl somewhere else or something like that, because LASIK eye surgery is not going to fix that. Vita Vea, I mean, he's a 95 overall. He has decent speed, but it's just not enough. And this Ronald Jones is a 90 is barely enough. I mean, there's really not much to do with your run game. I mean, you give us high 90 receivers and then barely a 90 at a running back. I mean, we do again, we have the 95 Vita Vea, which I don't even have, but his speed's like what, an 82 for me. I can't really work with that very much, but the Ronald Jones speed is more than enough. I mean, he gets the job done most of the time. I do have jukebox on him, which sucks because that doesn't suck, but the fact that I can only have jukebox on him, that actually is a good trait for him. The other ones are like Homer and all that other things that are just about making his X factor shorter, but I mean, we want other things than just jukebox. So I've been debating on getting it off of him and putting it on receiver. If you guys have a suggestion, go ahead and just drop it in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you guys. We have Warren Sapp at a backup fullback, but what I did end up doing is just moving Vita Vea to our fullback, so that way we have that kind of dual threat. I mean, I feel like Ronald Jones would have gotten a way better card if it wasn't for Peyton Barber taking carries this year, but that's just how it is. We are going to be getting the 91 football outsider Rashad Perriman and putting him as our number 4, and then moving Joe over to our number 5. As for defense, the best side of the football, of course, I know we have Bradley McDougald, and he gets the job done. He does. I love it. The only thing that sucks, I know he doesn't have that Bucks chem, and that's because he doesn't have a power up, and he currently plays for the Seahawks. I mean, I feel like you shouldn't have to have a power up in order to pick the teams that he's played for, but that's how EA did it, and that's because that's how EA is. Of course, we got the 99 Derek Brooks. I mean, he's a monster. He has great coverage. As for this Pierre Paul, though, I wanted to point out his stats are absolutely phenomenal for a 90 overall, that is. His hit power would be very surprising to you. I believe he has a 93 hit power with my chemistry, but his stock alone is a 91, I think. And I think a 91 hit power for a 89 stock, that's pretty good, because what's nice is that he probably your starter? No, he's not your starter, but he is your kickoff team, and so when you lay that boomstick, you're probably gonna get a nice little fumble. I mean, our linebacker core is just all around outstanding. Our front seven is outstanding. Devin White, I mean, if you don't have him as your gauntlet player, I really don't know what you're doing. I understand that there's Derwin James, and the only other card that I've seen actually put in work is the Leonard Fournette, and I don't know why, because really didn't do much this year, but that's EA, so we're just not going to really comment anymore on that. But he has 98 speed, 99 hit power. He's just like the perfect user as a linebacker. The Levante David, though, we did get the 95 color smash Levante David, and yet he is still underrated. You cannot give a 95 Levante David 88 speed. There's no way. He is not that slow in real life. His hit power, and then you give him an 89 hit power? Come on. There's no way. And he was just rated the best coverage linebacker in the NFL right now, and he has an 84 zone coverage. I'll let that sink in for a sec. 84 zone coverage. Yeah. I'm not really happy about that one, but it is what it is. And then we have the Quan Alexander as our third string. I'm hoping that next year they do actually give Levante David a decent starting card. That way his cards actually do get better the more he goes up. I mean, it just really sucks. It does. He has great block shed. Devin White is just a perfect user. The combo is there. I mean, you'll have Derek Brooks on your, I believe, your right side, and then you'll have Shaq Barrett on your left. I mean, you kind of have the best linebacker core that you've seen in Madden for a while as far as teams go. But as we go over to Shaq Barrett, we have his superstar ability activated, and I think a lot of people sleep on this card because of that number, right? The 92 speed. He doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have a lot of speed, and I do think he also got gypped for that too. His acceleration is, I mean, it's good. It's what, a 97? I mean, I know that's with chem, but it's still pretty good. His finesse move is great. His block shedding's great. His play rec's great. He can get around the edge. He's done the best job. I'm not 100% sure on what his hit power is. I'm pretty sure it's a 92 or something, around that number. But I mean, he's contained some of the best running backs in this game. I'm like Barry Sanders, Eric Dickerson, Saquon. I mean, he does a great job. He really does. Even that Emmitt Smith, I really don't have many complaints about him besides that they kind of gypped him on his speed. But I think that even if you're not making a Bucs theme team, I know there's better cards out there, which obviously you're probably going to go with those. But if you don't have a better card, I would say check out Shaq Barrett, because he can definitely he has a pass rush and the contain, and with those stretch plays this year, it is just a pain. When we go over to our strong safety, we got DJ Swearinger. It's not anything special, but he does do a decent job. I mean, as an 89 with chemistry, you can't really do much or ask much out of him. So just getting that extra overall is nice, and he has decent coverage, decent speed, decent hit power. he's a mediocre player, and he's just there as a filler, and he really he helps out. I mean, there's really not much to say about him. As far as cornerbacks go, I'm not a huge fan of having Byron Jones there because he was not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer or was not going to ever become one. But when you look at the three that we have, I mean, you can't, like the three behind him that would be starting, you can't really do much with those either when you're trying to guard Moss or constantly trying to guard Megatron, and it's just you need that extra chem and that extra power. And Byron Jones could give that to me. I know Night Train Lane could too, but he was a little pricey, so we had to go with Byron Jones. And but we are getting the golden ticket Mike Evans, and I cannot wait to see that one. 6'5" corner. I mean, you can't really go wrong there. As we go to our front line, I mean that whole the front seven is just insane. You're looking at a 97 Simeon Rice, who also has the activated abilities. You got the Sap Daddy. Right next to him, you got Vita Vey. It's not even the best Vita Vey, but he still gets the job done. Warren Sapp's probably the best defensive tackle, at least top 5 in the game. There's only a few that I would say that could probably beat him, but I mean, Gerald McCoy, I know that he has his 96, but I feel like I'm not going to invest that much into him as a backup for because his 90, I think he has like a 92 or Team of the Week card. That's just crazy expensive. So Ndamukong Suh is a great card. You can put him up as a spy, which is nice. Same with Simeon Rice as well. And Suh's a beast. He just really gets there. I mean, we moved him from right end to left end because his overall doesn't go down as much as if I move Simeon Rice to the right end, but it's just how it is. However, this Michael Bennett is a outstanding backup card. I had him before the free agency promo came out for Ndamukong Suh, and I mean, he really held up. I had no abilities on him, so everything that he was doing was just raw stats and besides chemistry boosts. And I mean, he's fast enough. He can block shed. He can hit. I mean, you can't really. It was just nice to have that one. Your lower overall. We all have that one lower overall player that we all like because they just play well for you. And I would say for this Bucs theme team, Michael Bennett was probably that one guy, and he just always would hold up his own. But we go to our special teams, and we got Bradley Pinion as our punter, and then we got 95 Zane Gonzalez as our kicker. I'm well aware that is not a Tampa Bay Buccaneer player, but we already have the chemistry at 50, and he gets those abilities that most other kickers that, I mean, to my knowledge, I don't think can, and you just kind of don't want to get rid of that as your kicker when you can get to the 40-yard line and just stop there. And then obviously we have the color rush unis and the light unis and Bruce Arians. Speaking of EA, it would be great if we could get those new Tampa Bay unis in the game. I mean, probably not going to happen until next year, but it's a nice shot to take, But to end off this video, I wanted to open up some Get a Gold players for you guys. I know it's not much, but it's something to get started with. So I opened up 5 Get a Gold players for you guys. As our first card, a gold, Zadarius Smith. I mean, that's my luck. I do hope that we get more promos coming out soon. I know the golden tickets. And then we get a 91 right tackle heavyweight out of a good gold player, which I love, and I cannot wait for. And then we get this animation. I don't know about you guys, but I am so tired of that hero animation. It's not even funny. Back to the gold. Oh, there's Swearinger. The gold one. And another gold. well, at least we got that 91. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video as my intro and as my first video into the Madden gaming YouTube I don't industry, I guess you'd say. But I really do want to hear from you guys, so feel free to go down below and comment what you guys want to see. I mean, I'm obviously not going to spend hundreds of dollars on packs for you guys, but I will definitely do what I can and just kind of make this less boring. This quarantine is absolute ass. It's boring. So anything to help you guys, just feel free to drop a like and subscribe, and peace. See you guys later.
Home your skills. Oh my God, you in the danger room. Oh my God.